What's up? Welcome to Flames Central alongside Rhett McGibbon. I'm Matt Warner. We're talking a lot of football today and some baby news a little bit later.
Yeah, I know what everybody's thinking out there, but no, the baby news has nothing to do with me.
That's a first.
Yeah, that's right. In addition to talking some football, we're also going to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the hottest team on campus right now, Liberty Volleyball.
Yeah, that's right. We're looking forward to that. But first, a rivalry renewed. Liberty and James Madison playing in the Battle of the Blue Ridge with a shiny new trophy on the line. It was a sellout crowd, over 24,000 on hand for this one, and they saw a tight first half. After the teams exchanged field goals early on, JMU looking for the go-ahead score, but Alonzo Barnett's pass intercepted in the end zone by Brylan Green. The kid has one good hand. Somehow he came up with the turnover, his first interception of the season. It was still 3-3 in the second quarter when Flames quarterback Ethan Vasco, doing a lot with his legs in this one, plows his way in for the score. He was a major factor early on, and Liberty went in front 10-3. JMU would tie it on the ensuing possession, and then the play that changed the game. Vasco gets sacked here and has his right shoulder driven into the ground. Immediately, you could see he was in pain, and that would be his last play of the day. He would spend the rest of the afternoon in a sling on the sideline. So the second half would belong to a combination of Michael Merdinger and Ethan Houck, and the two young quarterbacks would lead Liberty on a go-ahead field goal drive early in the second half, putting the Flames on top 13-10. But unfortunately, those would be the last points Liberty would score. JMU would hang the final 21 points on the scoreboard, and the Dukes win this edition of the Battle of the Blue Ridge by the final of 31-13. With the loss, Liberty falls to 1-3 on the year.
We're not making the necessary plays when we need to whether that's sustain drives or get them off the field. I was disappointed in that. We took a lead of 10-3. They answered it. We took a lead of 13-10. They answered it. So disappointed again that we had some opportunities there and couldn't take advantage of them.
Well, as Matt mentioned, this game with JMU was a renewing of a regional rivalry. The teams actually hadn't met since the FCS playoffs in 2014. Current Flames special teams coordinator Dylan Llewellyn was on that team, and he was the central character of this week's In the Fire.
In-state, it's bragging rights. It's a big game for us, not because it's JMU, it's also the next one. I mean, I was part of the program the last time we played JMU.
Winner goes on, loser is done. That's why we love the playoffs.
I think we started out 10-0, started out with a good momentum. They came back, and it ended up being 21-10, and then the fake field goal.
There's the snap. They're going to fake it. Shashadi's on the run. Oh, my goodness. 35-30, 25-20, out of bounds. Oh, my word. At the 14-yard line.
Old Javin Shashadi on the fake field goal to jumpstart us.
Option right pitch. Abner makes a cut. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Light him up. Touchdown, Liberty.
I mean, we're in the playoffs for the first time. It wasn't looking so good at the start, but ended up winning our first playoff game as well, obviously in our first year. So
that is it. James Madison had a 21-10 lead, but the Liberty Flames had other ideas.
Been 11 years since we played JMU. It's been 11 years since I got back to Liberty. It feels kind of full tilt, full circle.
Special teams ready. Special teams ready.
Let's not worry about period 1, period whatever it is. Period 19, man. When you're not so fired up to practice anymore, can you make the man in the mirror do the hard stuff, be intentional about every single little detail? That's what we need right there. The little details, man. The little details. Now, don't get lax. Keep your pads down, zone your inside gap, trust your technique, and let's roll, right? Again, be intentional, conscientious about our work, all right? And then win your battle. Win your battle. What's our hit? What's our hit? Can you dig it? It doesn't matter either team's record or what's going on. You throw all that away when it comes to games like this.
They're calling it the Battle of the Blue Ridge. It's less than a 2-hour bus ride between Harrisonburg and Lynchburg. A sold-out crowd as we get this rivalry going in the state of Virginia between James Madison and Liberty, their first meeting since 2014.
Fellas, what else would you rather be doing, man? What else? It's time to show the world what I've seen for the last 2 years. That we can do it, man. You deserve it. You've earned it. Now let's show the country that we can do it.
It's 3rd down and 1 from the Liberty 4. Shotgun for Barnett, takes the snap, drops back on the right hash, fires over the middle. It will be maybe picked off. Where's the signal? Briley Green was there, and it's picked off.
The ruling on the field.
It's picked off in the end zone. Briley Green taking it away. It's game tied at 3, 8:45 to play in the first half. 4-man rush for JMU in their gold helmets. Pocket holds. Vasco, a lot of time. Rifles middle. Caught. Crossing pattern. Down to the 34-yard line goes Dante Lee.
Beautiful route over the middle there and great catch by him.
From the JMU 2 to the south end zone. Vasco's shotgun keeps it himself following Dickens towards the goal line. They push ahead.
Touchdown! Let's go!
Ethan Vasco puts the Flames up 9-3, 5:34 left in the first half.
Let's go!
Barnett in the shotgun gets the snap. Dukes to throw. Barnett hit as he throws, end zone, jumping catch, and a touchdown for JMU. Game tied at 10, 42 seconds left in the half. Dickens the back. There's Vasco with a snap. Ethan in trouble, and he will go down at the 38-yard line. That'll be a sack for JMU. And there's an injured player. That's Ethan Vasco, the quarterback. Looks like to be something with his right shoulder, possibly.
Listen, Vasco's out, Mike's up. Everybody's got to have his back. Understand that? Keep fighting, keep fighting. Have each other's back.
In the pocket, wants to run now. On the Conference USA logo. Surges ahead up to the 36. He'll have the first down. This is on the left hash. There's the snap. Spot. Kick on the way. And it's good. Jay Billingsley. And that puts the Flames up 13-10. Barnett the snap. Keeps it himself. Running left. Has room. 5. Touchdown, James Madison. Liberty's going to fall to 1-3. And they'll try to bounce back at Old Dominion next week. Battle of the Blue Ridge tonight goes in favor of the Dukes. They will rematch it next year.
Just another obstacle. How do you try to keep the guys together after going through something like this early in the year like you have?
All things we go through, there's a purpose for it. There's something that's going to be revealed to us while we're going through it. But something good will come out of it. I'm prayerful, and also once we get it going and guys are healthy, we'll have a chance to win some football games.
So another frustrating loss to JMU. Flames is going to have to flip it quick. They go on the road to Old Dominion this next week. Joe Yaktok joining us now. Ethan Vasco. His health, a question mark going into this next game at ODU. If he's unable to go, what do the Flames lose?
Well, first and foremost, that Flames Nation, I know it's getting a little tougher out there right now, but
is this a pep talk?
But a little pep talk. I believe it was Maverick, not Goose, that said this. Never leave your wingman.
Okay.
So yes, the things potentially could change. Who knows what the situation is with Ethan? But obviously, there's his leadership, right? His leadership, and because of his toughness, I think if you take leadership and toughness, those two things are the things that teams rally around, and that is going to be very, very difficult to replace. But since we're on a movie theme right now, it's like from Revenge of the Nerds. Everybody's got a little nerd in them, right? And with Hauk and Merdinger, they both got a little Vasco in them.
Okay,
right?
Well, let's talk about
that. So they're very, very similar to his strengths.
So those two guys played against JMU. We expect they could see time against Old Dominion as well. Let's take a look at maybe a positive you saw from each of these young quarterbacks, beginning with Merdinger.
Yeah, if you take a look at this play with this guy right here, and then you take a look at this route that's coming right here, what Merdinger does a good job of, and you can see him right there, is when the man gets right in his face, he stands and delivers the football. So if you let it roll right now, take a look at this guy right here. He's coming off the edge. Merdinger sees the glance route coming right here and stop it right there. That dude is barreling down, and he's getting ready to put the WWE smackdown with his paw right up in his eyesight right there, hand in his face. Yet Merdinger stance, look at that, foot forward, boom! Oh, he took one right under the chin and delivers an absolute strike right there. When you see that, go, hey, Vasco, we have toughness.
Toughness.
That's toughness right there. The ability to stand in the pocket, make the throw, move the chains. That's a Flames Nation. That's a really good football play. Now, you just got to get the practice reps and build on it.
All right, for Houck, let's take a look at the other young quarterback, the true freshman, right? So very little experience. They got him. They like the way he moves the football on the ground. They like what he can do with his legs. Let's take a look at what Ethan Houck was able to do.
Okay, you take a look at this one right here, and he's on a little read right here, and you got these two right here. He's coming up, and now he's going to take his eyes, and he looks right over here to this end that's rushing. And you'll see as this end moves up, here comes your motion guy.
Yeah.
Here comes this end. He's rushing. What am I going to do? Am I going to give it to this guy? Or do I need to pull? Oh, he's going to smack him right in the mouth, too. Bam. He reads the end, pulls the ball. Look at this. Reads off of that block, cuts back inside, gets his shoulder pads down, falls forward. That's a first down. That's a physical. That's a tough run right there. So you've got a couple good different things that are going on right now. One, Merdinger's ability to stand in the pocket and throw the football. And he also showed the ability to scramble too. And then Houck being able to run the ball downhill, showing that Ethan Vasco like toughness. So these aren't these are two guys that if you got to go with either one of them, and they can
So you think they can win with either of these guys if they play up to their potential?
No doubt in my mind whatsoever that they could pull this off with those guys.
All right, we're going to find out. Tough one. Big underdog is Liberty this week on the road at Old Dominion.
16 points.
We'll see if they can pull off the upset, Rhett.
Yeah, this will be a great test for the Flames this week as they head down to Norfolk, Virginia. ODU is 2-1 on the season, with their most recent win coming in blowout fashion over Virginia Tech. The Flames and Monarchs are set to kick off at 6 p.m., and you can watch the game on ESPN+. Well, I'm not sure what most people's expectations were for the Liberty Volleyball program this season, but I'm pretty sure they've all been surpassed. The Lady Flames have started the year 12-1, while racking up the program's first ever wins over Big Ten and Big 12 opponents. With all their success, we thought it'd be a great time to feature them in our Game Day behind the scenes series. So we spent some time with the Lady Flames on the day of a recent home match. Take a look.
What's up? It's Game Day with Liberty Volleyball. My name's Molly Littlefield. I'm a junior libero. And of course, I had to hit Starbucks before game day. It's our first home game. We're super excited. Let's see what some of my teammates are up to.
Hey guys, I'm Jenna Otto, junior outside hitter.
Hey y'all, I'm Carly O'Brien, a sophomore outside hitter.
We have a new segment for you guys where we're going to answer some questions, and here's what we have first. Hey, I love playing volleyball, but have been told I'm too short. Do you have any advice on how to get taller or find a role on a team? Well, I am short. I am only 5'2", so yes, this was the question for me. I would say, become a libero. Get super fast, read the game pretty well, and get that vertical going.
Okay, our final question. Hey, I've been getting a lot of hate on my headband. Should I continue wearing it or stop? Duh, you should continue wearing your headband because you should be yourself and be happy about that.
Talk to us,
Carly.
Yes,
we love your headband.
Yeah.
Emotion is given from God, and we can't allow ourselves to be controlled by our emotions because ultimately that leads to trouble. It's been a long weekend, traveling, playing a lot of games. I just wanted to encourage you to use your emotion for the positive. Use that fatigue and say, Lord, I know I'm tired, but say, I'm not going to let that dictate me and overwhelm me, and instead use it for Him.
Welcome to your Liberty Flames!
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Go Flames!
Thanks to Josh Quigg for that piece. It's been a fun year for Liberty Volleyball.
Yes.
It's been really fun. Looking forward to conference play coming up next. All right, Rhett, time for Warm, Hot, and Fuego. Top player moment from the past week in Liberty Athletics. You had a great thing last week.
Thanks. I don't even remember.
It was the Pirate. Talk like a pirate.
That's right, yeah.
How are you going to match that this week?
Well,
What's the
you know,
theme?
if you're feeling like the food kind of aspect of
Yes.
life, National Quesadilla Day.
Hard to beat a good quesadilla.
Right, or if you're a Napoleon Dynamite fan, you'll get the
Quesadilla.
reference. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. All right, let's start with warm. What do we got?
We got a team here, field hockey. I kind of want to just dive into some numbers. I was looking in the way back, the archives, right? And when I looked at current day scoring, it's very much like a team scoring event.
Balance.
Yeah, it is balanced scoring by committee, whatever you want to call it. If you go back like previous years, you always had a stud like a Connolly, a Rode,
Maroney.
Yeah, exactly. Hamlet, Bolton, you kind of get the idea. But now when you look at the lineup, Tomasi 3 goals, Giacosta 3, Combrink and Samartin 2 times, 2 goals each, and then 4 others with 1 goal. So this is a very, very difficult team to defend. And I'm thinking of penalty corners, like you don't know who's going to get the shot. It could be any one of them. So this is a group, again, only 1 loss on the season. They have so much young talent. They're continuing to get better. And you also, who do you defend? Who do you mark with your number 1 defender? You have no idea. So it's a ton of fun to watch this team, and great job by the coaching staff just making them so dynamic.
That's a great point. Usually you think like, who's the one star? Do they have a star?
Yeah.
But yeah, that balance can be a real weapon in and of itself.
Totally.
All right, from warm we go to hot. Who's hot this week?
Hot. Oh, I forgot to mention the quesadilla
what was the
thing.
quesadilla
It was
thing,
the cheese. You need a good amount of cheese.
Holds it all together.
Right. You get in there, your different sorts, your mozzarella and
you
all
go
that.
mozz on a quesadilla?
I like because it's stringy.
Okay.
You like do you like the pull?
Yeah, that's right. But I didn't think the Italian. You're an Italian quesadilla guy. I didn't know.
yeah. Very rare.
All right, to hot. Well, give us what you got.
Ethan Vasco, he showed, first half, he showed a lot of moxie in that half. And it's just like, you need some good hunks of chicken in there. I don't want the strips. I don't even know if this is real chicken.
Yeah, right.
It's Microsoft chicken. I want the real hunks of chicken in there. Ethan Vasco in this game, just again, he showed a lot of heart. Now, the passing game was still a struggle, but on the ground, he was going after it, doing good reads. He saw his places. He went for 11 carries.
Offense.
Yeah, 55 yards, had a touchdown. And you really felt like for Ethan, he was starting to figure things out in that game. Like there was some stuff coming together. The offense felt a little bit more in sync as a whole than it had previously. There were some different dynamics, but you hate to see him go down. But like, you see already pictures of him online that he's out there. You don't know. Yeah, you don't like not saying anything here. I don't know anything.
Hopefully, if he's out, it's a short time that he's out because he is critical for this offense.
But he is a gutsy kid, and you love to watch that. You love to have a guy under center leading your program like that.
No doubt. You can't question his toughness for sure. All right. Finally, in Fuego.
Yes. Carly O'Brien on the volleyball team. She is that spicy salsa that I like to have with the quesadilla.
Yes,
you have to have some zip and some zing to that. All right, let me tell you about Carly O'Brien.
Tell me.
Last year, I don't know why she was on the bench, okay? 24 kills all of last season.
Either.
Exactly.
In my conversation with her, I'm not sure she knows why either. Yeah.
This season against Houston alone, 31 kills.
Unbelievable.
She beat her career in one match versus Houston. She has just been just left, right, and center, throwing it down with authority. 4.44 kills per set this past week. CUSA Player of the Week. This is a program that just continues to blow my mind, truthfully. I don't think anybody in the nation, truthfully, had Liberty on their radar of just coming out this season and having the start that they have had. But great for them, great for Coach White, and great for Carly.
Yeah, great for him finding all of these pieces that maybe were already there and figuring out how to use them best. They certainly seem to have done that. All right, we want to take a moment to honor a Liberty Athletics pioneer who went home to be with the Lord last week. Bob Bonheim was the school's first ever head wrestling coach, along with spending some time as a football assistant coach. He passed away last week at the age of 95. Bonheim led Liberty Wrestling for 12 years, from 1974 through 1986. He would win 5 straight NCCAA national championships before helping the program move up to the NCAA Division II ranks. In all, Bonheim coached an incredible 35 All-Americans during his tenure. He leaves an incredible legacy here on the mountain. And I know we met him and talked to him years back. We did a story. He talked about when he started the wrestling program, they wrestled on the grass on Treasure Island. They didn't even have mats back then. He literally built it from square one.
And you talk about Liberty lifers and people that just love a program with their whole heart and soul. Bob was one of those guys there watching basketball, whatever sport it may be. He was an avid Flames follower.
He sure was. All right, well, hey, Flames Fantasy League. I know it's the time of the show. We have to get into that. It continues, and Rhett, I can tell you, it has not been pretty.
Yeah, I've been a little bit embarrassed for you.
Have you? I appreciate that.
It's been a little scary, but hey, would things change here in week 4, after week 4?
Yeah, no, actually, they would not. Joe is continuing to dominate us. You take a look at the scores for the week from the JMU game. Joe had 23. Joe is now like basically doubling up Emily and I combined.
Crazy.
So the embarrassment continues, and he likes to let me know about it any chance he gets.
Yeah.
Well, unlike me, Emily actually has a good reason for her complete disaster of a Flames fantasy season because she's been busy.
That's right.
Becoming a new mom. Take a look at this kid. Callie Grace Cudd was born to Emily and her husband this past week. We are so excited, so happy for them. Keep them in your prayers. Keep her dog Stanley in your prayers because it's being totally neglected now. And I don't know if it can handle that.
Yeah.
But we could not be happier for Emily and her new family.
You know, it's always tough, that first baby picture,
Yes.
that outfit pic.
Yeah.
Emily, you nailed it.
She got it right?
She looks lovely.
That'll mean a lot to
Absolutely
her
beautiful.
that you
Yes.
say. You're a vet, so
It's
you
true,
would know.
yes,
You would
yeah.
certainly know. Hey, we're about out of time this week. Don't forget, every Monday, the Flames Central podcast presented by Ortho Virginia. Be sure to check it out.
Yeah, check out the website as well, libertyflamecentral.com, for any stories that you might have missed.
For Rhett, I'm Matt. Thanks so much for watching. See you right back here next week.